Assalamu alaikum, so students. Today we are going to revise our chapter number 2, which is data devices. In this chapter, you will learn about input devices, output devices, and memory. You know that there are several things that are attached to the computer, which are called computer peripherals or peripheral devices. So the peripheral devices are of two types: input device and output device. Input device is those devices which is used to give instructions to the computer. Input devices are of many types, means it can be keyboard, scanner, or pointing devices. So the pointing devices, you know that it is mouse most commonly. So just have a look that what are they. You have read in the previous classes about different peripheral devices like keyboard, mouse, printer, speakers. Now, in this class, you will learn about some advanced things. So, graphic tablets. Graphic tablet is the device through which you can draw something. It is like a pen that you are just drawing on the tablet. See, so it is mostly used for designing purposes because you can easily draw something from freehand on it. Then touch screen. The touch screen is the device like your cell phones. You can touch on it from your finger and it just do the things you want it to do. So these are the screens used in ATMs, in your tablets, in the cell phones, and there are several other things that for that these devices are used. These machines are also used as the automated teller machines, means that these machines just automatically analyze the time of departure and arrival. So it automatically announces the time and something and details about flights. It also used in hospitals and to keep the records or assessing the records of the patients. Okay, then comes the output devices. Output devices, you know that these are the devices that help us to get information from the computer. So first output device is visual display unit, VDU, which is also called the monitor. You can also say it monitor. It can be in any size. It helps you to see what is going on in the computer, and you can also use it to see movies, cartoons, and you can actually through this monitor what is going on in the CPU or what you are working. Then comes the printer. A printer is the output device. It is used to print or get the hard copy of the things which are present in the computer. So there are two types of the computer: impact printers and non-impact printers. Impact printers are those printers which use the mechanical combination of things. Means there is something which is moving mechanically like a machine, and it hits something else to work. For example, in the dot matrix printer, dot matrix printer contains the print head and the pins. Print head means there is something which is pushing the pins like this. When these pins are pushed, they are placed on the on front of it. It just place on the paper and leave ink there. So this is the purpose. So actually, this is the process through which the dot matrix printer print the documents. It is actually very low quality. It is mostly used to print the bills and receipts. It is slow and noisy, and the quality is also not good. So non-impact printers are not used widely. The impact printers are not used widely nowadays. Non-impact printers are more famous. So what are the non-impact printers? The non-impact printers are those printers which do not use the mechanical combination, means there is not something like which is moving, and through that movement some other thing is moving. Actually, non-impact printers contains two types of two printers, which are inkjet and laser printers. So let's see what are these. Inkjet printers are those printers which just spray the ink on the paper, and it prints the image on or the text on the paper. Actually, printing quality is good than dot matrix printer, but they are not more usable, because if something means its picture get wet, it will be damaged, or it will not maintain its quality. Then comes the laser printers. Laser printers are those printers which use the laser beam, means the light, to produce the image. It contains a drum through which the toner powder has been passed, and that toner sticks to the drum and print the characters or the image on the drum. Then that laser will be applied to that drum, and that sticks to the paper. So that's how these laser printer works. This is the most common printer we are using nowadays. It is very fast and its quality is very good. Okay, then comes that memory. You know that what is the memory? Memory is the storage device. Storage. You know that computer needs storage devices to do several things, means it's used to work. It saves the data through this memory. So how the computer saves the data? You know that if I have told you that the computer saves the data in the 0 1 format only. If you print only B, it will be printed like this: 0 1 0 1 1 1, or the combinations of 0 1. So there are the types of actually not types, actually there are the units of measuring the memory, which are bytes and kilobytes and several others. Bit is the single 0 or single 1, means one space is called a bit, and the 8 spaces means 8 bit collectively called a 1 byte. So here is a table that how many bytes and bits are there in several others, so you can read it by yourself. There are several types of the memory: primary memory and the secondary memory. Primary memory is that memory which is which is the internal memory of the computer, and there is a secondary memory which is the external memory of the computer, and there is another memory which is read-only memory. It is only used when the computer is working. So primary memory is the internal memory of the CPU in which all the data has been stored. This is also called actually primary memory is the random access memory. It is that memory which contains all the data, and you can access that data only until when your computer is on. If it's switched off, you cannot access that data after switching off, or like it just vanish when the computer is turned off. This is called the volatile memory. Volatile also means that vanished, means ud jana, data ud jana. Okay, RAM is called read and write memory. We can read information from it as well as we can write the instructions on it, means we can add data and we can delete from data from it. Next is Read-only memory. Read-only memory is ROM. It is that memory through which you can just only read the data. You can only access the data. You cannot change it. It is the non-volatile memory. Non-volatile means the data will not vanish if you even turn off the computer. When you turn it on again, you can access that data. There are several things you can read it. Then comes the secondary memory. Secondary or external memory are those memories which can be connected to the computer, and it can store the data. It is also you can read and write from it. There are several types of the memories. We are going to learn it on the next pages. So first is floppy disk. Floppy disk is the very old storage device. It has very less memory, and when first time you save the data on it, it cannot be deleted, or it can be deleted but it cannot be rewrite. Then comes the hard disk. On hard disk you can even delete the data, then save again. And this hard disk contains these type of circles, in which means it is divided into circles. These circles are called the tracks, and these circles are then divided into sectors, means several portions. And each the sector contains different type of things, means each sector contains a different type of data, and the data on it is saved in 01 format. Okay, then comes the CD-ROM, which is called the compact disk read only memory. You can just only read the data when one time you have just write something on it. You cannot rewrite that. So there are the several types. You can see that actually the CD-ROMs have two types, in which one is just recordable, just one time readable, and one time writable actually. And there is CD read RW, means rewritable. You can rewrite the data from it also. Then DVD is also like the CDs, but it has the digital versatile disc. It has some better quality and more space. Then Blu-ray disc is, these are also same like DVDs, but it has more capacity than the DVD, and it needs a Blu-ray reader. Okay, then the flash drives, you have seen that the USBs, these are the most easy and common usable storage devices nowadays. You can even delete, read and write through this device, and it is easy to carry. So these are the commonly used devices. So this is your chapter number 2. If you have any questions, just ask me, I will explain that.